Okay, so today we are going to be doing a fun little harvesting photo magazine session for my altar book. So we need stuff about, that would go about that high, right? So I have some stuff in here, but I need a lot. Oh, I put ears on this girl. Could use a hat for her. I need to find some things that we can use, more people than anything else, and then some side stuff. So we are going to look for like tummies. That's a big eye. Okay, let's get this whole stack from underneath. That's a good face, but she's turned, and I'm really a wimp about turned people. Let's see. Those girls are cute. This dress is too, like, floofy. If you painted that, it wouldn't have any body or shape. Well, I feel like we have a little bit of a glare. Let's see if I can get rid of a little bit of that. Not too bad. Okay. Oh, look at that. Hanging from a tree. That's kind of cool. And this girl sitting. We're going to pick this out. And this could go a couple places. I think the girl hanging from... Oh, you know what I have? Hold on. I have my Abandoned Places journal. And do we have... Oh, this is a back. Could she be hanging? She could, couldn't she be hanging from one of those bars? So we're going to put these girls in the Abandoned Places journal. All right. That's kind of fun. Okay, those are kind of big girls. Her face, I got some really little faces like that, and they're just a tiny bit too small. Well, I've cut something out of here. What's going on here? Did I cut her arm off? That's a fancy. Why do I have this? Not keeping that. Ooh, that's a fun look. Oh, I love her feet. Okay, so we're going to take this out. That is kind of a neat body, but I like that better. Don't forget to help me look for arms. I always forget to look for arms. How were her arms in that? Oh, not good arms. There's some feeties. There's some eyes, but those are bigger than what I'm going to want for this. Ooh, her face is good. Oh, yeah. Okay, good face. Those bottles aren't anything special. Those are kind of a cute shape sitting on something. Keys. Those are kind of fun. Okay. And I am just going to be cutting these out this afternoon. I didn't get to watch Tim Holtz yesterday. And so I am going to watch him this afternoon and cut out stuff. That's funny. Okay, that head is a little too big. So I need somewhere in between, see? So the heads need to be about that big, and see how big that is? And even her eyes would be super big. Okay. Those girls are cute, but not quite right. I'm like the Princess and the Pea today. Oh, look at those lips. I've been wanting to try to do different lips. Maybe we'll pull this out. Okay, eyelashes. We're gonna do some eyelash. Oh, look at all these faces. Oh my goodness. Holy buckets. So, faces I could use. I could probably use her face maybe, or at least her eyes for sure. She's a sideways face. I'm trying to get better at sideways faces. So I'm going to cut these out. Maybe we can mix and match these later. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, her head is about the right size, I think. Well, it's got her hair. I need their faces to be a tiny bit bigger. Shoesies. I use coats like this a lot. And I just don't worry about the fact that they don't have arms or hands. Oh, there's some good coats. Oh, I kind of like her arms. What's on the back of this? There we go. Some arms. Ooh, that's a great face. She's perfect. And there's some lips. There's some green lips. Oh my gosh, look how strong her face is. Oh, they're talking about bald girls. Her eyes could be good, so let's think about how big her head is. Yeah, we may be able to use her eyes. And then I'll cut out also this little silver piece that could go somewhere. I could make a tummy out of the Timex. I feel like when I get all this stuff cut out, I'll have some things to use. Because I was feeling, I don't have any bodies yet. I have more heads. I could use some bodies. And then I keep stealing the bodies for the altar, or for the Abandoned Places book. I think I could make some big heads or eyes with them. Okay. And I've had this magazine a long time. I've used this a lot. This is maybe one of the first Glamours I got. Oh, we have those cute bodies that I have. Those are big eyes. She's got great eyeliner. I'm always trying to do my eyeliner better. Oh, a girl on a horse? Oh, for sure. I'm taking that. I cannot believe I haven't used a girl on a horse yet. All right, that's a good one. Okay. Next we have this Glamour, 2017. Oh, there's Michelle Obama. Okay. Okay, that could be a good tummy. We just need weird things to be able to make tummies and stuff. Those are good feet. Now this would be, like, I could cut her legs and cut her pants and stuff, but if you didn't know how to, like, make pants out of this, this is a terrible body for magazine collage, because she is, like, when you started painting all that stuff, you wouldn't, or even just trying to cut it out, you wouldn't be able to make it make sense. Ooh, what about faces? That's a good face. And I could cut some of this up into a border. Yep, I'm going to take that. Those girls all have sideways heads. I'm not doing it. Okay. Hers could be okay. Is her whole face there? See, I feel like those girls are already a little freaky. I think they're just too small. I want like this size. Okay, I want her because she's super happy. I feel like I'm pulling out 2 pages. Okay, so we got this one with the super happy girl. And I'll just use these for a border because none of those will work. Too big, too small. Ooh, could I get some... Oh, maybe I could get some legs, shoes out of that? I don't know. Okay, something's in here. Oh, there's an arm. Oh, it's an arm. It's a big arm. Ooh, I could use these girls' arms. Cut those out. Oh, nice. Good me. I do like to use a black and white girl. I wish she would have less on her face. Oh, there's a baby. It's so funny. I take Emmy into the nursing home to see Grandma Linda. And that's what people say. They're like, oh, there's a baby. We're all conditioned to love to see babies. Ugh. I never liked babies until I had, until my daughter had Emmy. Now I like one baby. Ooh, sunglasses. I'm going to take, oh, there's that girl's eyes again. I'm going to take these sunglasses out and make sure and cut out those girls' eyes for a different, like maybe my big journal or something. Oh, there's some coats. See? Those are good. I use them a lot. That looks like a Michael Jackson coat. He wore that. Okay, there's a little chair city girl. We could put a big head on her and put her sitting on something weird. Let's do that. It's gonna be dwarfy. And I'm gonna make some borders with all the extra stuff. Look at this girl in the chair. Oh, I love her. Okay. Uh-oh, this magazine's getting thin. I've used a lot of it. I think I got her face maybe in black and white. Look at how there's almost nothing left of that one. Okay, so now we're going to do some Birds in Bloom, the best of Birds in Bloom, and I think I paid $1.25, oh, $2.09 for this one. So, oh, he's a cutie. So those are good flowers. Oh, I love that stick. Okay, I absolutely love that stick. With the baby owl in the back. Oh, I gotta save the baby owl. Oh, they're killing me. They're gonna kill me with this. See, that's just a little big for this one. I love those baby owl eyes, though. Nope, I'm going to save it for another time. Ooh, a whole bunch of baby woodpeckers. Pileated woodpeckers. Ooh, he's a cutie. I like him. I'm going to take him out. He's kind of chubby. Okay. Ooh, there's some good flowers. I'm not going to pull out flowers yet. And he looks like he's already been collaged. I'm not going to pull out flowers yet because this bird... There he is! We're going to use him. His eyes. Oh, I love owls. I love little owl eyes. I just used like cat's eyes on one, and it turned out so cute. Look at how grumpy he is. Can't use up all my owls at once. With his little grumpy face. That was just chapter 1. We could maybe get some wings and stuff too. Like cut that out for a wing. Ooh, that's beautiful. That spoke to me. Oh, I like these guys. They're very pretty. They're in Birds in Bloom a lot. People must take pictures of them. Oh, here we go. Here's some blooms. Ooh, that's a pretty flower. And a really pretty red. What's going on here on the other side? It's nothing exciting. Okay. I'm going to cut out those flowers. Oh, they're mad. Grumpy birds. I like those guys with those things on their heads. Pretty. They're sweet. Oh my goodness, a pippin. I didn't even think about the fact, puffin. I didn't even think about the fact they'd be in here. I'm gonna have to use a puffin. 2 friends. Attracting birds. I don't know, I live in Florida. There's birds everywhere. There's a kitty. And we got fun birds. We got birds with long legs. Okay, here we go. Here's some of the flowers. Those are good flowers. What's on the back? Ooh, there's a bee on that flower. My only tattoo is a bee. Ooh, that could be cute for hair for a different one. I make excellent hair. Ooh, there's another bee. I feel like the best of Birds in Bloom is a lot about birds. Ooh, there's some pretty purple flowers. Of course, they're right on the back of that pretty yellow flower. Ooh, that's gorgeous. That would make a beautiful background for like a bigger book. Ooh, I like these guys too. That's pretty. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, that'll make perfect hair. Okay. That is going to make crazy good hair for somebody. That would make good hair. So plants are really good for hair and for, oh, there's some wings. Those aren't very pretty wings. Usually they got good butterflies. I bet you they're going to have a, oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful those are. Those are just the most beautiful color. That, like that burgundy is one of my favorite. Oh, look at that flower. Oh, here's all the blooms. Oh, there's butterflies. Ooh, those are big butterflies. Okay, those would be too good. What's on the back on this? Because I don't need no moth. Oh, perfect. So nothing exciting. So that's 2 wings I can use. Ooh, that's a pretty one. See, those are big butterflies. This is a beautiful one. Look at him. Oh, it's on the back of worms. I can live without worms. So this is just going to depend on whether I'm doing a big or a little one. Because look, these would be good for my little tiny journal. And those plants. Oh. My friend, Deb Ward, who I made that picture for. Look at that. How beautiful that is. And my dad's. Ooh, those look fake. You know why they have those big eyes? To keep things from trying to eat them. So they look bigger than they are. Woolly bears. We called those woolly bears. But my dad and Deb Ward grow monarch butterflies. They mine them and they feed them milkweed, and it's a whole situation they have going on. Those are pretty flowers. What's on the back of this? Ooh, that could be good hair too. I just used him, but he was the other way around. I just painted him. Pasta. All right, I know I get inordinately excited about birds. They don't have birds from my place. They didn't have any of our long-legged little birdies or flamingos or nothing. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to do this one, and then I'm going to go cut stuff up, and you're going to have to go. But I love you. Ooh, those could be the right size glasses. Yep. That's a very big piece of paper for one little pair of sunglasses. This is at W Magazine. The W Magazine has great big people. I don't know if they have little people. I've never really looked. Ooh, what about her head? I feel like her head could be perfect. I am going to have to take a bag and oh, look at these heads. Okay, we're gonna use these heads. Okay, I need bodies too, magazines, you know? Gonna have to go through and make bodies out of nothing. The Banana Republic's doing this whole like lost traveler thing, which is amazing. I used them in my Abandoned Places journal. Oh, look, little goats. Baby goats. Oh, I love them. There's goats where Grandma Linda's staying. Ooh, there's some bodies. Okay. It's kind of a big jacket. I don't know, they're the best bodies for me. They're very nice bodies. I'm not judging anybody's body. Okay, that lady's body will work. I feel like I'm taking half a bag. I'm going to have to make sure I have a bag to throw away all my garbage because there's going to be a lot left over. Okay. I don't like when they just randomly put weird things on stuff. I know I'm probably very provincial, but that's not for me. See, those are just a little bit too small, but I think I could use them in my little tiny journal. Ooh, look how big her face is. I'm going to need her for when I do, I'm going to do the world's largest magazine collage. That's a great big body. Ooh, that's a great big body. How cute is that? I love her. Oh, that's amazing. See, these W's are just brilliant. Okay. Ooh, this must have been part of somebody. Oh, I bet you this is the one that I got the scary guy out of. She looks very sharp there. It's a good body. It's a good head. She can't just go around having a good head and a good body. I used her for something. I used her for something cute. I can't remember what, but I think I used actually her head and her eyes together. Just used her big eyes. She is adorable. I don't know who she is, but she's very cute. Okay, the W may not be the best for this one because it's just bigger. You know, I think it's better for big collages. All right, well, I am going to cut stuff out. I just wanted to bring you lot along. Look at all those fanciness. Bring you lot along while I was doing some harvesting. So that's it for today. Okay, hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobsen, Artsy Fartsy Life.